opportunity to give the love people need to be the light. Girl, I can tell you're feeling this. Conversation's healing and it can jerk your spirit and make it right. So much darkness all around, but there's love that's deep within us. Let me show you how we get it right. Right up in my window, show you what it is. We can talk about these crystals. It is light. We can watch the moon rise. You got stars, girl, in this side. Let a few more people get up in here. What's up, you guys? What's happening? We're gonna let more people come up in here. I know I'm a tad bit early. Sorry, what's happening, family? We got a lot to talk about today, man. A lot to talk about today, bro. Girl, I can tell you're feeling it. Conversations healing it. All right, waiting for more people to tune in. I know this YouTube be taking their time with alerts and stuff. What's up, Sorry? What's up, my moderator, Cambodian Mystique? How y'all doing today? We're gonna let a few more people come up in here. We're gonna get started, y'all. We got some shit to straighten out today. This shit is crazy out here, y'all. This internet is crazy. Excuse my language, but this internet is ridiculous. So we got some things to talk about today. Dorothy, what's up? Welcome to my early birds coming in. The Beat Buffet, what's up, family? Good to see you too, family. All my early birds clocking in. Dorothy, what's happening? We just waiting for more people to roll in here so we can go in on this story. It's crazy, y'all. I mean, this internet is unpredictable. This internet is just unpredictable. That's what I'm going to say to y'all. Captain Girl, what's happening? Good morning. Connie, good morning, Connie. Man, y'all not going to believe what I'm about to tell y'all. You guys are not going to believe what I'm about to tell you. It's crazy. It's crazy. The whole thing is just nuts. Let's let a few more people get in. Share this live, y'all, because what I'm about to share is going to just shock everybody. So please share this live. It's just crazy, man. I'm still in shock. I am still in shock with the information that I have. And I feel sort of responsible a tad bit because sometimes you gotta, now I gotta give credit to one person that did make a comment to me on another video I didn't see. And they said, Stone, have you confirmed this story? Now, I don't want to pump their heads up, but I can say when I'm wrong, right? I can say I'm a person that can admit their mistakes. I'm not one of them kind of guys that if they do something, they can't say they're sorry or they're wrong, right? So me seeing another black man in Dyer's situation, my job is to promote that there is something wrong, that this person is missing. That's my job as a black man. That could be my family member. So when I first saw this on TikTok, I immediately went into action. Because my thing, what's up, boss lady? Mike said, so you mean to tell me the wife was talking about it and the whole time? Listen, Micah, is it Micah? The whole thing is not real. Eric Darnell is alive and well. I spoke to him. He's an educator out of the DMV. He's a prominent influencer in the DMV area. Everybody knows him. Prominent person, school teacher. This is why we gotta be careful, man. This is why we have to be careful. People out here spreading information about a black truck driver passed away and disappeared, or and then all these other stories about the person being hung and all. I mean, people coming up with crazy stories. He's caught in the hotel. All these lies because of one TikToker. Y'all understand what I'm saying? All these lies because of a TikToker. And I'm going to tell you that TikToker's name. Okay? The name of that TikToker is MPCLive 3D TV, made up the lie. Boss lady, thank you for the donation. She completely made up a lie. Now, this man has students. He has a community of people that adore him, that respect him. He is an educator. And this woman took his face and made a fake AI video. It was never real. There was never a black truck driver missing. Now, I got to give credit to Chad because Chad Coffee said something to me. I didn't pay attention to it because it was on the video that got cut off. He said, Stone, did you confirm this information? I didn't see that until later. But obviously he hadn't properly confirmed it because if he did, he would have been able to tell me what I'm telling you guys. But I will say, Chad was the only one that said to me, but Chad, I don't know if you're black or white, because as black people, we still going to push to make sure our people are safe. So that was my job to do what I did. But me being the person I am, I should have went and did my proper research. I should have never just went and did, even though I was doing the right thing. Don't get me wrong. Even though I was doing the right thing, I should have never just went and done a video about this situation without doing my proper research on that lady that first posted it to find out if it was a lie. Just like I hit up Eric myself, I could have done that the other day. I don't know why, but I was so caught up in the story of a missing black man, it bothered me. So I did what most people would do. I went forward and I did what I had to do to try to create awareness, not knowing that the story wasn't even real. And it pisses me off because what happens if this happens again? It's what happens if somebody really disappears like this? It's happened before. Will people not pay attention to the story? It makes sense now why it didn't make headline news. That's what was bothering me. So I have to give credit to Chad for at least trying to say, Stone, you know, Chad Coffee said, Stone, you might want to look into that. I was doing what I was being my brother's keeper as a black man, looking out for the next black man. This black woman, it was a black woman that created the story and she did it over and over again. She made up lies. She took his picture. It's a real person, but he is not a truck driver. He is an educator out of the DMV area. He's prominent. He's an influencer. Everybody respects this gentleman. He teaches. He has students. He's respected in the community. I spoke with him. I reached out to him and I spoke with him. And he thanked me. I said, I'm going to do another video to correct this. I said, listen, I did a video because I thought the story was real and I was worried about another black man missing. I said, I feel stupid. I feel stupid. I'm not going to lie to you, but I'm not going to be ashamed of what I did because I would do it again if another black man came up missing. My job is to do that. But the next time I will just make sure that it's real. And I won't just believe a black content creator because she's black. Whatever the fuck made that black woman do that. Excuse my language, you guys. You guys know how I am. Excuse my language. It takes a lot for me to really get upset and say things that I shouldn't be saying. But whatever made that black woman get online and lie and make up a story about a black man and take his picture, take the man's picture, and not think that this is going to come full circle. Now, he could take legal actions against her if he really wanted to. He could literally go and take legal actions against this woman if he wants to. There is no missing black truck driver. And thank you for all of those that shared. But now I need you to share this right here. I need you to share the real story. He is not missing. He is not a truck driver. He is an educator out of the DMV area. So I'm going to need everybody to share this story. This is what he needs. Share my live with everybody, please, so we can correct this, because there's people calling him and they're worried, and the students have reached out to him and they're worried, and it's got everybody in uproar. His job and people like, what's going on? It's not fair to him. It's not fair that this woman took his likeness and created this fake AI story. And she even went on there and was like, "Oh, that's not the person. This is not the guy right here. This is the real guy." She even went back and tried to reconfirm the story. She never went on and apologized. She never said, "I'm sorry, you guys. This story is a lie." She never apologized, which she owes the family an apology. She owes Mr. Eric Darnell an apology. You cannot tarnish the name of somebody of this status. He's a gentleman. He's respected in his community. She needs to get on TikTok and she needs to apologize. Once again, this is her name. I will continue to tell you her name because that's bullshit. You don't do shit like this. This is how the bull crap starts. The social media. This is how fake trends start. This is how fake news bounces around. Her name is MPCLive 3 DTV on TikTok. Go on there and ask her why in the hell did she do that. When you guys get off my live, ask her, why would you do something like that? Let me say her name again. Her name is MPCLive, capital M S L, no, capital M, lowercase s, live, number 3 DTV on TikTok. Go on and ask her, why would you lie and take a prominent person, an educator's picture, and turn around and lie on this man? Why would she do that? I'm sitting here, black truck drivers missing, black truck drivers. No, then nobody knows where he's just disappeared. Wallet is in the truck. Logbook is gone. Keys gone. Nobody knows where he is. It was all a lie. For what? Views? For what? TikTok views so you can make money to pay your bills at home? There's a better way to do it, baby girl. There's a better way to do it. But lying is not going to do it. This should be a lesson for you. This should be a lesson for you. This should be a lesson for her. A complete lesson. How? How do you lie? How do you make up a lie and think that it's going to go well? How do you lie on somebody and think that it's going to go well? Who does that? Who lies on social media? Listen, just because it's a black content creator, black folks don't believe it. Don't just believe it because it is a black content creator. Do not just believe it because it's a black content creator. Let me say again. Do not just believe somebody if you're black and they're a black content creator. Don't just believe it because they appear to be the same color as you. Because people lie. It's clear. The lying had me doing a story about it. There's other content creators that talked about it. There's another guy. I got to contact this guy and tell him, hey, man, that story was a lie. I saw his post too. He did it just like me because he believed the story and out of passion, his job was to help make sure we get justice for another missing African-American male. But in this case, it's not true. The girl was lying. She made up the story. Once again, it's an AI story made up. So the whole story about the guy having a, leaving Arizona, headed, him being from Alabama, number one, right? Him being from Alabama, but yet he's on the road. He's been driving. He's a veteran truck driver. That whole story was made up. And he was driving from Arizona all the way. This girl made up a cold story. This girl made up a cold story. Like she should be a film director. She should be writing movies. She needs to take her talent and do something the proper way with her talent. That's what she needs to do. She needs to take her talent and properly utilize it in the right way. This is what she needs to do. Because lying is not going to give you any sort of clout, but it's going to backfire on you sooner or later, like it's doing now. Now, I was watching his sister tell the story, and his sister said they tried to reach out to this girl off of TikTok. She's not even responding. So she knows she did something foul. She did not even respond. She didn't say, I'm sorry. I apologize to his sister. I'm sorry, I should have never done it. I don't know what made me do that. Or I need to make money, but I shouldn't have used his face. She can be sued. If he really wanted to, he can go after her with legal actions. Because him going through that, I'm sure put him through a certain amount of emotional distress. He even said to me, I'm on my vacation right now, and today is my last day, and I can't even enjoy my vacation because my phone has been ringing. The gentleman can't even enjoy his vacation because somebody made up a lie, and his phone's ringing constantly with people worried about him. And rightfully so, if it was true. But it's not true. So this woman has caused him issues. Kim C22 said, ever heard of Montana musket loader? My great grandfather invented it. There's a great short story on Google. Wow, thank you for sharing that. I got to look that up. Cam C22. That sounds very interesting. I will definitely look that up. I'm very upset. But what I need everyone to do, share this live now. Because what I promised him was that I would make sure I do a video correcting this. And I apologized to him. I said, I'm sorry. I didn't know that this wasn't true. And I feel so bad. But all I can do is get on here and apologize to all of you guys and say, hey, I'm sorry because I thought the information was true, which now this teaches me an even wiser lesson to make sure that I cross-reference my information and don't just believe because a person is black and I'm black, the story is real. I'm so pissed off about that because it sounded so real. But it did have little loopholes in it. I'm like, ain't nobody talking about this? There's no one speaking of this. I wonder how that woman feels today. I'm going to say her name again. Share this live, you guys. Share with all your trucker friends, family friends, so we can spread the word because it's out there that he's missing. He's not. So I need you guys to share this. It's MPCLive 3D TV. That's her name. Go look her up when you get a chance. But I need you to share my live. But the lady that started this whole rumor, her name is MPCLive 3D TV on TikTok. What a bullshit person. Hold on, you guys. Let me turn off my West name because I'm getting weird calls again. Here we go. I had to put on my airplane mode because I forgot. I didn't do it. Share the live, you guys. It's important for me. Please, please. I got to correct the information I put out there. I have to also correct it for Mr. Eric because I told him I would do it. Once again, today is his last day of vacation. He can't even enjoy his vacation because this woman on TikTok made up a lie using AI. He's never been a truck driver in his life. He's been an educator. He's a prominent person in the DMV area, very well respected in the community. And you got folks out here lying on this gentleman, making up stories, putting him in places he's not even at, and creating a disappearing act using his picture. If it was me, I would go after her for that. If it was me, I would go after her for that because that is not cool. Then it makes people like myself and a few other people that have done videos it kind of makes it's like I know we shouldn't feel bad, but we're gonna feel bad because we trusted the information. But oh boy, it really taught me a lesson. Don't just share information because a person is black. I need to start really cross-checking that. All that stuff on TikTok, you're probably going to need to start cross-checking if it's real or not. This here proved to me many other stories I've seen on TikTok that were not real. This is one of them. I'm like, here we go. So what is real on TikTok and what isn't? It kind of makes you wonder now, right? What's real and what isn't? Information that's shared on an independent level should be as organic as possible. It should be as real as it can get because it should be coming from an organic place. That's the beauty of getting information independently from the streets, as they say. That information typically is more organic. It's not tainted through the prime corporate media. So when we get stories like this and we start to follow it, we believe. Linda White said AI is dangerous. She needs to be sued. She needs to be absolutely, because if she'll do that, as she did that, that means she's probably done some other things before. That means she has done this before. It's not her first time doing this. You don't just wake up and say, I'm going to create a story about a missing black truck driver and take another person's picture because I think that's a good look right there. That picture look good. I'm going to take the picture and I'm going to just doctor up some stuff, make up this story because I need the money. That is not cool. And anybody on the internet, content creators, and you guys are operating that way, better be careful because you can be sued in the highest court. Trust and believe what I'm saying. You can't just make up stories about people and take their face and just make up a lie. You don't know what this could have costed Mr. Eric Darnell. You don't know what it could have, what you don't know what traumas it might have caused some of his family members seeing that. Even though people know he's not a truck driver, but the fact that they're hearing his name is connected to being, nobody knows where he is and he disappeared. And then some of the other crazy stories that came along with it. I mean, they did a full-on story. He hits the freeway, straight shot I-40, disappears in Arkansas, found the truck in an abandoned lot, took the keys in the logbook, left the wallet in there. That just sounds like a movie. It sounded so real. I even had one of my truck driver friends come on here and we talked about it. When is enough, content creators that use AI? When is enough? When are you going to wake up and understand that this shit is not cool? Janice Taylor said there are several pictures out about Eric Darnell with different pictures. And then this morning I saw a video, allegedly his wife saying he was missing, but there was several Eric Darnell. Yeah, the lady went back and tried to say, I saw that. She said, no, this is not him. The one with the beard is him. That's the lady I'm talking about. She lied. I talked to Eric Darnell this morning, and I'm telling you, I just got through talking to him about 10, maybe 20 minutes ago. I'm asking you to share this live because he is alive. He's not, there's no disappearance of him. He is not a truck driver. It's all made up. We need to end it today. Share this live so we can end this today. Right now, the information has to be put out. This is bullcrap. Boss lady said she could have made one of the family and friends go to the hospital. To go to the hospital. This really was dirty. Yes, it was, boss lady. Dolores says she needs to go to jail for false. Absolutely. I'm in agreement with all that. Benjamin Padilla say TBH. And I don't care if I get pushed back, but a lot of psychics go with these stories and make up full narratives and with the cards. I no longer give credence to most of them. Benjamin Padilla, no pushback from me. I'm with you on that, brother. That one psychic, when Angie passed away, that psychic tried to do a story about me, like, the Stone Paxton, that guy, trust him. And she said some crazy stuff about me that wasn't even true. That wasn't even I was like, her psychic abilities, she needs to quit today. And I wonder how she felt when she found out all that stuff she thought about me because her cards stole her. The cards are telling me. The cards lied to you. As a matter of fact, the Bible speaks against card reading. How about that? You either have the spirit of discernment or you don't. You either believe in God or you don't. I mean, I'm just saying, cards ain't gonna do shit for you. That's probability. Michelle Hill said people need to stop lying. Yeah. Look, it's important. I will ask all of you again. Please share this live right now. Copy it and paste it. Share it with a friend. Copy and paste it. Put it on your social media. Copy and paste it. Do a post. Tell people to go to Stone Paxton's YouTube page. Please. I promised Mr. Eric that I would share it because people are still making this lie is still spreading. Now we got to combat it with the truth. So I beg all of my followers, please share this live so we can correct this. I can do that much for Mr. Eric. He is well. He's alive. He's healthy. He is a teacher. He's never driven a truck. besides maybe a truck that he drives around his town, which is not a 18-wheeler truck. He might have who knows? He might rent a truck every once in a while, but he's definitely not a truck driver at all. Share it, Sonia. Please share it. Michelle, everybody, please share this. Share this live. Only takes a second to copy my live and share it with a friend. It only takes a second to copy my live, put it on your Facebook page. Copy my live, put it in an Instagram post. Because we have to combat this with the truth. Can you imagine, Dolores, thank you for the $9.99 super chat. Can you imagine being on vacation and your phone is constantly ringing? He told me today, he said, I'm on vacation. I'm trying, this is my last day of vacation. I haven't even been able to enjoy my vacation because people are calling me, worrying about me. And I said to him, I said, oh, I'm sorry. I said, enjoy your vacation. He said, well, this is my last day. I haven't been able to. And I said, I apologize, brother. I'm really sorry. You know, I was doing what I was doing to help. I didn't know it was a lie. Thank you for the third super on live, you guys. Oh, wow. That's cool, man. Thank you. I got my third super chat on live. I appreciate that, you guys. Thank you so much for that. That means a lot that you guys support my channel like this. Here's a black man that is alive and well. Do we want to promote and talk about missing black men? Absolutely. I truly take full responsibility for not cross-checking this story and instead of me just trusting that this black woman was telling the truth. Just like I reached out, I was able to get in touch with Eric. I probably should have thought about doing that in the beginning. Barbara, what's up, Barbara? Creator, what's happening, family? I could have done this in the beginning, you guys. Dolores, thank you for the $1.99 super chat. I could have done this in the beginning, you guys. I could have easily got in contact with this gentleman. I know tons of people in the DMV area. But this gentleman, I spoke to him this morning. He is not, once again, and I will reiterate, he's not a truck driver. He's never driven trucks. He is not in a place to where we don't know where he is. He did not disappear. He did not drive down I-40 from Arizona through Missouri and disappeared somewhere in Arkansas. None of that. Arkansas, Missouri, none of that shit's real. I-40 wasn't real. The truck wasn't even real. The fact that he was a veteran driver, that wasn't even real. The internet is a effed up place, you guys. It can be very, very terrible. CC said you should have him on live with you. I'm gonna see if he'll do a live. I'm gonna ask him if he's willing to come on live with me. Thank you for that, CC. That's a great idea. I'm gonna ask him if he doesn't mind if he can do a live with me so I can let him speak to people. Linda White said this is truly sick and demented. Plaster his name all over to shame her. She could have ruined his life. She could have, which is why I got to keep talking about the fuck up stuff, the fuck up that she is. Excuse me. Benjamin Padilla said, I agree. Use your own discernment. One's own discernment is stronger than anyone else. And I remember what time, that time Angie Stone case took a lot out of me. Glad to have met you and Auntie Mickey and others. Thank you, brother Benjamin Padilla. Yeah, it took a lot out of me, brother. Can you imagine me? Janice Taylor said, this makes me rethink social media going forward. Janice, say that again, please. Janice said, this makes me rethink social media going forward for real. Barbara said, let me see. Simpson said, is this the Zesty channel? I don't know, Simpson, whatever you think it is. But whatever you do, don't come in my channel with the BS because you will be blocked. That's all I can say. Come in with respect. We have adults here. We ain't no kid games here. Dolores said, she just makes it, she just make it heard for people. She just makes it hard for people to believe content. But we all know Stone will never bring conversation and content to us because he's an upright guy. He's not. He don't play the falsehood. She's saying I don't play the falsehood. William Johnson said she's a mess, bro. They should lock her up. That's a fact. Tesso said BS. Exactly, Tesso. How it's like, can you imagine somebody taking our picture and they create a whole AI and create a whole AI story about who you are or who I am? Take the picture and just add a story to the picture. This is what we're dealing with. This is the time that we're dealing with, you guys. This is scary. AI said hi. AI, you funny. That was a good one. That was a good joke. AI came in there and said hi. Using AI, this woman created a story of a prominent black man out of Washington, D.C. named Eric Darnell. Once again, Eric Darnell is not a truck driver. Let me tell you how this story got started. On TikTok, there is a content creator from TikTok, and she goes by the name of MPCLive 3D TV. This is who made up the live. And Eric's sister messaged her to try to have a conversation about her taking it down. I don't even think she's taking it down. That's the crazy part. This is why we got to combat this with the truth. The girl hasn't even taken it down. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? She hasn't even taken it down. So the family reached out to her to talk to her. She won't respond. I don't know how I would feel about it at this time if it was me. Cece said, my sister has many fake pages on her that are not her. Wow, that's crazy. Leanne Newman said, that would be interesting to know what he has to say. And she's just foul, because why would anybody do that? Time said, Stone and chat family, respect and blessings. Stay consistent and healthy. Brother Time, it's good to see you. Thank you. We appreciate you always. Post her information. Okay, her name is, I just said her name. Let me say it again. Her name is CC, and one of them can find it. MPCLive 3D TV on TikTok. If somebody can find that and post it here in the chat. Her name is MPCLive 3D TV. We should go on there and just tear her comments up and tell her, why are you posting a live when this man is alive? He is alive. And share my posts. Share my YouTube. So we can spread the word that there's nothing. Eric Darnell is here in full effect. He is not gone. He is not a truck driver. I just find it crazy that she turned him into a truck driver. She didn't do her proper research. She had the name right. So it's kind of crazy. It's like she must have known who he was, because why would you connect his picture and his name together? She had the picture and the name together, right? Think about it. So she had to have either followed him on TikTok or found him somewhere, because she had his picture and name right. Why would you make a lie? If you're going to make up a story, make up a truth about him. He's got enough success in his life for you to tell the truth. Tell his real story. Tell his story about the great things that he's done in his community. Why lie on this man? Why make a lie about this man? Why make this man into this folklore story? Because that's what it would have become. The story about another missing black man. And now we have another missing black man. How will people perceive the information? Will they even receive it coming off of this bull crap? It really messes up a situation. It's kind of like the boy that cried wolf. When you need the help, then will people listen? If we have another missing black man who's really missing, are people going to pay attention to us now? Are they going to pay attention? Because that's what this does. When lies are made up and the truth is found out, it makes people go, I don't even know if I can trust the internet. I don't even know if I can even mess with the internet now after this. How do we deal with this situation going forward when there's missing black women and missing black men? Do we believe the stories now? Now we got to triple cross reference the stories to make sure that we're not sharing the improper stories and we're sharing that truth. That's what we have to do now. That's going forward. I have no choice. I have to cross-reference these stories because I don't want to be on here sharing somebody else's lie. I'm not going to do that. Tyrell B, what's up, family? AI said facts. Why do you think that I was so bent out of shape? Boss lady say she may take it down and say it was not her. Nah, it's definitely her because she got on camera talking. It was definitely her. She can never say that. CC said, I'm glad you found a real person. I am too, CC. Elizabeth said, I love you, Stone. All blessings and love to you also, Elizabeth. Thank you, guys. Laura said, I wonder where she got them Caucasian workers from. No, Dolores, that's not the story. Not the story with the at the dump site. Not that one. We're talking about the Eric Darnell story with the driving across country. That's a totally separate story. Terrell V say, yeah, too many people trying to manipulate stuff with social media. Tyrell, that's a fact. Terrell V said that's just, you're 100% correct. They are, and it's sad. William Johnson said, bro, and if someone had filed a bogus police report, they could have been charged. She could have been charged. She could have been completely charged. And she's still not out of the red. Let's just keep it 100. She's still not out of the red. Share this live with family and friends, you guys. We got to put the word out that this young man is still here. And he is a teacher. He, once again, is not a truck driver. That was a lie. Why this woman told a lie, I have no idea. She must really need that TikTok money. I don't even know how many views she got on TikTok. I don't even know why she got on TikTok. I wonder, I need to go look and see how many views she got. Lady Sparkle, what's up? Good to see you. CC say, I feel bad for him having to deal with this. Okay, CC, it's hard for me to, sometimes if I get off of this phone, it'll shut down, and I'm worried about me going off the phone and it might shut me off. Because I don't know how long you can be off the live before it totally shuts you out. So I'm scared to get off, CC. Linda said, can we go on a field trip over to her channel and call her out right now? Let's bombard her with the truth. Oh, she definitely needs to know the truth. I want you guys to definitely let her know the truth. Share my live with her. Leanne Newman said he should be up. He should be up all of the people who got on and reported on her game story when people could have been focusing on the true crimes. Absolutely, Leanne. Lady Sparkle said, Linda. Time said, my big mama always used to tell me they talked about Jesus. Why think about words that are not true? But Pops was different. Call, handle your business. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Brother Time. Michelle Hill said, I have stopped watching certain content creators because they think they solve cases. Exactly, Michelle. There we go. That too. That too, Michelle. Dolores said she still should be in charge. I think about how his students felt if they seen it. Yeah, well, that's what his sister was saying. The students they were freaked out. Leanne said I messed up with my comment. It's okay, Leanne. Yeah, his sister was saying the students are completely freaked out, you guys, because the students are like, like what's going on? He's getting these calls, family, friends, his job. Once again, when I spoke to him, he was saying he can't even enjoy his vacation because of this clown business. Because this woman taking his picture and turning this into a massive story. I don't know. I think I would have to contact TikTok and threaten them that I'm going to sue them because this lady took my picture, and I would probably have to go after her as well. Because if she's done this once, she's going to do this again. Tyrell B said, too much gaslighting these days, and the devil has made it easier to catch human beings. contradicting themselves or being hypocrites to try to break our spirits and justify their evil ways. Absolutely, Tyrell V, you're correct, brother. Like, that's a fact. They're using all this in the wrong way. God first, Tyrell V said. Always God first. Cece said he could take it as a threat by, yes. That's defamation of character 100%. That's defaming a person. And that's making up. I mean, she should be writing movies. Is what her TikTok. I don't see it. Let me tell you how her TikTok is spelled. Mystique. Her TikTok is capital M, lowercase SLIVE, number 3D, then capital T and capital V. So it's Miss Live 3D TV. But like I said, capital M, lowercase SLIVE, number 3D, capital T, capital V. Lady Sparkle said, yes, cloud is something, and some of these people will never have attention. So when they get it, yeah, Lady Sparkle, yeah, I think that's what it is. But I have to really look into her channel because maybe she does this all the time. Time said 15 minutes of fame never made anybody rich. If only made you sing for that good 15 minutes and that was it. Yeah, and that's what Brother Time, that's something she's about to figure out really, really fast. You gave yourself attention in the wrong way. Elizabeth said, I will contact the FBI, who are the agency that investigate internet crimes. Yes, they do, Elizabeth. Absolutely. I'm hoping that Brother Eric does that. Leanne said, he should be upright. He should be upright because he's a teacher and everybody saw that. And the fact that someone would do this is unbelievable because I still can't believe it. Leanne, he's a prominent person in the DMV area. Very prominent, very well respected. Michelle said, like my uncle say, just for the dollar and the dime. That's all they're doing this for. Real Sid said, hey bro, I'm beauty meaty. Real Sid, I said, did you mean to say beauty meaty? I'm sorry. I don't know, but maybe it's a misspell. Barbara Weaver said, wow, people got some real serious mental issues. Oh yeah, they out here just, AI and got people feeling like they can, be careful. They could take AI and make it do some weird stuff, and then you just gotta roll with it. Oh, I figure you did, the Real Sid. I figure it was a mistake. How you doing, the Real Sid? Thank you. Are you a new subscriber to my channel? This is your first time visiting? If so, thank you, and make sure you become a subscriber of the channel. I appreciate you. And share this live. There was a story made up about it, Real Sid. I don't know if you heard about it. Oh, I'm your favorite YouTuber. Oh, thank you, the Real Sid. Thank you. Hopefully you became a member. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. I love all of you guys that subscribe and that become members, man. I love you, man, because you really, really make my channel what it is, and I appreciate you for that. The Real Sid, look. So there was a story about a truck driver who disappeared as he was on his route, his regular route. He was on I-40 leaving Arizona and disappeared somewhere in Arkansas, I guess, or Missouri, or some made up story. They found the truck in an abandoned lot. It's like a movie, right? His keys and logbook were gone and the truck was locked, but his wallet was left in there. I said, this woman really thought this out, didn't she? But it was a lie. Ladies, the Real Sid, it was a lie. It wasn't the truth. This gentleman, Eric Darnell, is a school teacher. He's a teacher. He's an educator. He's a prominent person in the DMV area. Very prominent. Very prominent in the DMV area. Very well respected. And this clown, which just happens to be a black clown, a black woman who's clowning on TikTok, decided to take his picture and his name and try to disrespect, not even try, she did it. Disrespected this man by posting a fake story. And I guess she thought it was just going to go away and he wouldn't see it and nobody would say anything. And she went so far. I watched the video. She went so far as to, I guess somebody thought it was a different truck driver missing a person. She even posted up the picture of a different guy. Said, no, this is not him. This is the guy. So she reconfirmed her lie again. She reconfirmed her lie again using that same picture. So she's just a liar. Cherry P13 said, wow. I said, yeah, Cherry, I know. I know. The real Sid said, I have to go, but love you. I'll join back. That is such a crazy. It is. The real Sid, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. Be safe, okay? And I'll see you. Make sure you frequent the channel more, okay? P, what's up, P? So, P, you hear what I'm talking about? That story about the truck driver wasn't even real, P. That picture was a real picture, real person. Dolores said, happy people. That's right, Dolores. It's a real picture, but he is an educator out of the DMV area. Very well respected, very prominent gentleman. Black. He's a black man, but he's not a truck driver. It's all made up lie, P. I guess this girl wanted her YouTube channel to pop up. I mean, her TikTok to pop off. I don't know if she has a YouTube channel. I don't even know how many views she got, but I saw other TikTok people posting the story. I'm glad I didn't do a TikTok story about it. Barbara, look at you. You've been rocking with me for 2 months, Barbara. Okay. All right. You're a stoner. You with me then. You rocking with the stoners. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate you, Barbara. P. Yo, P is crazy. I mean, think about this. She had to really sit down and say, how am I gonna make this crazy story to make me all this money? Because on TikTok you can get paid every week, right? So I guess she said, I gotta pay this bill next week. Shit, I gotta come up with a real good story. I need at least 10,000 views. William Johnson said, this kind of mess is like crying wolf. I was saying that earlier, Brother William. Brother Johnson, he said, when something really happens, no one will believe it. I just got you saying that. And secondly, this has caused someone innocent to get picked up by the police and questioned for nothing. It depends on if somebody filed a police report, Brother William. I'm not sure if they did. Surely his family didn't. I think Cherry P13, I think he should sue her. Elizabeth said, I am a stoner. That's right, Elizabeth. You rocking with me. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Yeah, I'm just disappointed that I did not cross-reference my information. I'm just disappointed that I did not reach out to Mr. Eric like I did today. But something told me, like I said, I have to give respects to Chad, because I didn't see Chad's post until later because it was on my first video. And Chad Coffee asked me, did I cross-reference that information? Now, obviously, Chad didn't know if it was true or not, because if he did, he would have done what I did. He would have spoken to Eric. But Chad must have felt that something wasn't right. So Chad did say, like I said, I'm not opposed to saying that I'm wrong. But I will have to give Mr. Chad Coffee his credit, because he did ask me, did I cross-reference it? And I was kind of looking at him like he was crazy after I saw it later. But he was right. I should have cross-referenced that information. But because it was a black woman saying it, I believed it to be true because she was black. We don't need to be doing it just because they're black. We shouldn't just believe them just because they're black. Cherry, yes, I spoke to Eric Darnell about 30, 40 minutes ago. Yes, everybody should complain on her TikTok. I agree. You should go and you should complain on TikTok, because that's not right for her to do that. Because I'm going to do the same thing. Barbara said, my family in Little Rock, Arkansas has not heard of any of this. Yeah, Barbara, because now we know it's not even true. We do need to go report her channel. We do. All of us need to do that. Please, when we get off of here, once again, I need everyone now to share my live with your family and friends, because it's important, because people are still sharing that fake information. Baby Love 114 says, Stoner, thank you for talking about this lie about the truck driver. People will do anything for money. AI is reliable. We all have to always check to see if anything on the internet is correct. Absolutely. I will not argue with that, Baby Love 14, because me being the person I am, I'm an information person. I'm a cross-reference person. I knew better. I should have cross-referenced this information just like I did today. The liar, Cherry P13, this is a liar. Her name is Miss Live 3D TV on TikTok. Capital M lowercase SLIVE number 3D TV. She's the one that put the lie out there. She's the one that made up the story. And the sister of Eric reached out to her, and she has not responded. They're only asking, why keep it up? Why keep the video up? You know it's not true. Why keep the video up? That is a form of slander. Why keep the video up? This is a prominent person. You're sitting here keeping his face out, connected to something that's not real. And his phone is still ringing. And people are probably asking him, well, why is it still up there? Why don't you guys contact somebody to take it down? But if they've tried and she's not taking it down, what can they do? Which is why I'm doing this video. Ed Trill said, what he said was gone. Go ahead and be genuine. So what you say, L Trills? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, family. I'm trying to understand it, L Trills. Was that a typo? Baby Love say, Stone, thank you for talking about good. God bless you. She be put in jail for lying. I would, yeah, I would have to go after her for this. This is some serious shit. Cherry P13 said, Swerbert, he should call her and tell her to take it down. They tried to. They contacted her, but she's not even responding to them. They went in her inbox and they contacted her. She will not respond. Oh, so she does have a YouTube channel. You see what I'm saying? So I'm sure she might have posted that on YouTube channel. Or maybe she's like, YouTube takes too long to pay. You know, TikTok pay that money every week. So she might have only posted it on TikTok. I will have to check. They can definitely report her. And I'm hoping that his sister is moving forward with that. He has enough people that support him that they could really do a mass movement. I know I'm going to go and report her when I'm not on this live because that's not cool. Dolores said playing games with somebody else's life. Yeah, you just can't do that. We can't do that to people, man. We can't. Like it's just not cool, man. It's not cool at all. Here I am on here going crazy, upset about a missing black man, and I'm hyped up, and I'm like, we got it, justice, find him. And I'm here just freaking out about it because I'm thinking that could be my brother, my cousin, your aunt, your daughter. It could be anybody. And I'm hyped up about it. And I'm excited about sharing that information so we can get it out. And it wasn't even real. So it, it made me feel a little bit stupid. But then I had to look at it like this. I shouldn't feel stupid because I was only doing something that was right. Have a good afternoon, Barbara. I was doing something right by helping to put the information out on a missing black man. So I thought at first, but we found out that wasn't true. Yeah, well, one thing I will say, sometimes information is good. It's good for black drivers to get their protection. I will still say that. So I will still say all black drivers need to have their protection. Facts. Because you still see there were some things that happened to certain drivers still. But this story wasn't real. Baby Love, she clearly lied for money. Because if the family is saying to you, take it down, and you won't take the TikTok video down, the family's saying, hey, listen, please take it down. Why keep it up? And she's not even responding. She's doing that by design. She's like, why? I'm making money. She's seen them little checks, ching, 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 ching. She's like, shit, I'm going to let it juice it for another 2-3 weeks. I'm not taking it down. I'm not taking it down. Thank you, Tessie. Bridget said, Stone, nothing wrong with your concerns. Yeah, thank you. I got to contact this other YouTube content creator and tell him, hey, bro, that story is not real. Because just like me, he was passionate also. If somebody disappears in our community, our job is to share the information. not to sit around and hope it gets figured out. But also, our job is to make sure that the story is real, which is something I didn't do. I trusted. This is what happens in the Black community. Somebody from the streets can say something happened in the neighborhood, and because that's a Black person and they live in the neighborhood, we just believe them off of them saying it because they live in the neighborhood, and we just go with it. We don't even cross-reference the story. That was my fault for believing this Black woman for face value because she sounded very convincing, and I believed the bullshit. Bridget said, we still need to be concerned about current events. Absolutely. And this takes, and think about all the energy I put into this. Dolores said, Stone, please don't beat yourself up. You was concerned about a Black truck driver. I was. I was. I really was. I have a lot of friends that are truck drivers, and I mean, that could be somebody's son and nephew. I was very concerned. Baby Love said, I hope that she will be punished in some way. Ringo on YouTube talked about this story being a lie. I'm glad he did. I'm glad he did. We have to share this. Keep sharing this video. Share my video. Elizabeth said, we still give everyone the benefit of the doubt in this cruel world because we're good people. Absolutely. I literally gave that woman the benefit of the doubt and never met her in my life. I was like, yo, this Black woman talking about this brother. I got to talk. I got to share this. I got to share this, you guys. I'm not giving nobody the benefit of the doubt anymore. I'm not doing that anymore. From here on out, I will cross-reference my stories. If it does not come with information that I can research via articles or police report, I will not be sharing the story. If it's off of TikTok, I don't even think I'm going to even mess with it because TikTok stories don't usually come with no other information, but the person on there going, yeah, and this is what happened, and guess what, and the zooming of the cameras, that's all you get. Leanne said, we all believe the story, and a lot of people believed it because we would think that someone would do this. Yeah, we didn't think that nobody would just make a story like this up. Cece said, I feel bad for the man who was impacted. He's definitely impacted, he said to me. More so, people just calling worried about him. Elizabeth said, I even learned a lesson here. I know, Elizabeth. I think we all learned a lesson here, right? Bridget said, we do not think people will do such evil things. Karma will be, oh man. Leanne said, fact check is real. Yeah, we have to. Listen, what did I tell you guys? Tessie said, Stone, your heart is pure. They are the dirty ones. Thank you, Tessie. I appreciate that. Yeah, I just try to be me and share the information, Tessie. Dolores Draper said, but the thing is, she didn't have respect for that family. And she still doesn't have respect for the family if she will not. Yeah, she won't take it down. Like, the only reason I would see her not taking it down because she's making money on it. She's making her money, so she ain't gonna take it. Them checks, listen, those checks she's getting are probably looking good. So she like, I ain't taking this down. I need to pay. I gotta pay. Let me see. I got my car payment. Let me see. I got my bank account's in the negative. Let me see. I gotta get some new nails. I gotta get some new hair. If I do this another 3-4 weeks, shoot, I stack up and shoot, I'm good. Then I'll pull it down. That could be what she's thinking. Because I would see no other reason why you would not take it down. Especially as the family has already contacted you to take it down. Miss Woman, I'm gonna say your name again. Especially if the family has contacted you, Miss Live 3D TV, Miss Live 3D TV. If the family has contacted you to take it down, why not just take it down? Why keep the lie going? What's the point? What are you getting out of this? You're damaging another Black man's not really damaging him, but you got people worried about him. But you're damaging the opportunity for anyone to listen to any stories about missing black men in the future. That's what you're doing. You're really messing up a cycle. You're messing up a truth cycle, because if we're dealing with the truths that come out that we need to talk about, now when another truth comes out, it's a possibility nobody wants to listen, because you're kind of damaging a cycle that should be stayed pure and not tainted with bullshit, like the true information. So the information of missing black men now can get tainted by this bullshit you did. Elizabeth said, I'm going to go check to see if she put it up on YouTube also and report her for misinformation. Thank you, Elizabeth. If you noticed my original video, I made it private now. I got rid of it. Because why? That wasn't the real information. I even had to pull mine. Leanne said, you can't go around using people's names, making up fake stories about them, because he's never even seen a truck driver and he wasn't missing. Facts. Cece said, real life black truck drivers being victimized, and she be lying. Exactly. Why not tell some real stories about real truck drivers, black truck drivers that's going through some real stuff? Pete said, the little money she's receiving is nothing when she gets sued. Exactly, Pete. And Bodie Mystique says, Stone, you are awesome, genuine man who help people. Continue to be you. That's why you get blessings, and let those crazy mofos get their karma. Much love and respect, Stone. Blessings. Thank you, Mystique. CC said, in using his space, really, exactly. Dolores Draper said, I'm going to always listen to what you have to say, Stone. You come with the truth. Dolores, thank you, because that's all I have. All I have is the ability to get on here and to tell the truth of the situation. I don't have anything else, you guys. I have nothing else but the power to do that. And when I can't do that, then I don't need to be on here. If you gotta lie about a story, there is no need to be on YouTube. If you gotta lie and share false information, there is no need to be on YouTube. Why do you think I was so upset when people were lying about me and Angie Stone thing? Why do you think I was so upset when people were saying, oh, yeah, he took Angie Stone royalties, he had something to do with her being unliked? It was all lies. That didn't even, the story made no sense. But people needed to make money, so they lie on me. People needed to make money, so they made up the lies to make it sound juicy. I heard another content creator the other day talking about me. I'm not going to mention their name. Still trying to tie me into negative stuff concerning the passing of my sister Angie. Making up a story. Talking about me and Stone Paxton got to know it's the sacrifices, and he got to be up. If I find out he's a part of the sacrifices, and all just bullshit, you guys. Just bullshit. Talking about music industry sacrifices and putting my name in the same category as that. Making lies up to get views. Trisha, hi. Welcome to the channel. Making up lies to get views. And think about what I went through. Let's talk about that a little bit. Think about what I went through with this. And do you guys know the shit I went through emotionally and spiritually and stress-wise, dealing with people in my inbox accusing me of shit that I didn't do? Do you guys really? I never even told nobody the shit I went through, how that felt. I never shared that with anybody. So I know how he feels to have people inbox him on a lie. I went through it. I was attacked when Angie Stone passed away. I was attacked at the highest level. Tessie, funny. We may need to clone Stone for you ladies. Tessie, you funny. You guys, I went through. There's nights I cried. There's nights I ask God, why? Why me? I didn't do anything. Why are people attacking me online? And I let it happen. For about 2 weeks of that Angie Stone passing, people were on me. My phone was ringing. It was crazy. I had to figure out how I was going to deal with this. Merrily Ma said, it's a terrible thing to be blamed for anything, especially while grieving. Exactly. Pete said, it had to be hard, Stone. It was. I'm not even going to lie to none of you guys. Y'all thought I cried the day Angie passed. You didn't see me crying how I would cry every day. I just didn't tell nobody. I didn't even tell my closest people around me. CC said they were jealous of your true friendship you had with Angie. Yeah, it had to be something because it made no sense why you would accuse me. I wasn't even in around the area when it happened. How did I get wrapped up in being a part of whatever happened? They had me working. They said I was working for Clive Davis. Clive Davis hired me as a hitman. These are real things that people said. I want you guys to understand. This is what content creators said about me. I'm going to show you how mean people can be on this internet. Bridget said, this is an example why people do not believe the truth because of all the, exactly. I mean, think about it, Bridget. They said that I was hired by Clive Davis. I was his hitman. When I heard that, I first laughed. Then I cried because it was funny as shit. That I was hired by Clive Davis as a hitman on Angie Stone. Can y'all believe that shit? Linda White says Stone. Bridget said lie travels quick. Yes, it does. Then the truth. Linda White says Stone, you know who you are. Your heart is purely genuine. We see that. Yeah, that's all I have. I can't fake who I am because I've been who I am. Anybody that has known me for years will tell you one thing. You can meet them when I'm not around. They'll say, nah, that dude right there, he's been talking the same way since I've known him in elementary. Dolores, thank you for the $4.99 super chat. You guys are kicking butt today. Wow. Yeah, William Johnson, the truth, family. You guys are kicking butt on my super chats today. Thank you, man. Y'all warming my heart today. Listen, the truth. Tessie says, Stone, you're no one's employee. Exactly. I work for myself. I'm a gatekeeper. I help people. I do things and I help everyone. Friends, family, it doesn't matter. I've done things, and that's why I don't worry about blessings because I help a lot of people. I don't look for the blessings. I don't beg the universe. I don't beg God for the blessings. I know that when you do right, right comes to you. I don't have to fight for right. When I'm doing right, it's going to come to me. I don't need to fight for it. Dolores said, we love you, Stone. I love you guys too, Dolores. Elizabeth says, some people can't handle the truth, so they lie. Facts. Marilee Mall said, true creatives don't have time for foolishness. It's hard enough getting those creative things out. Yes. Yes. Marilee Mall, listen, that is really at the highest level of the truth, what you just said. They made me out to be the enemy of the state when Angie passed. And there's a few people that are still trying to throw little things around about me. I catch the videos. I just choose not to mention their name. They're still trying to somehow tie me into, this. It's got to be this ritual. Here's the thing now. Stone Paxton involved with a ritual. He's got to be. If I find out that Stone is and his brother's involved with, it's all just bullshit. This is just people trying to get views, and they want me to respond and say their name so they can get views. People going to their channel, right? I used to talk to this content creator. I don't even talk to this person anymore, and they're still just going on with the lies. I don't get it, but I'm not going to play into the game. I used to inbox this content creator back and forth because I thought this content creator was cool. But no, that person wasn't. It was just that's why you can't even really trust people on the internet. That's why I don't have conversations no more with people on the internet like that. The Lord said that was nothing but the devil who did that family like exactly. How does it feel to be lied on? I mean, everybody's been lied on. Elizabeth said, I better not hear nothing about Stone Paxton because I will go off. They might as well block me for life. Thank you, Elizabeth. Now, if I had that much loyalty, the internet wouldn't be messing with me. You see that? Elizabeth, she loyal. Elizabeth ain't playing. I got a few folks like that about me. They appreciate me and respect me for who I am. J Mad said, J Mad, don't come to my channel with that, please. Leanne Newman said, there's something wrong with a person's to use another person's name to get cash. Some kind of sick came that she thought she got with the fake ass story about a missing black truck driver. Oh yeah, she's trying to, it's about the money for sure. That's just a fact. CC said, then they go crazy because you won't say their name. Yeah, CC, I ain't mentioning nobody's name no more except for the people that I could deem solid on YouTube. Dolores Draper said, when I'm on YouTube, I listen to Stone and I will go on Instagram and listen to Meech. You listen to solid people, right? People that are talking about things that make sense. Elizabeth said, absolutely. Elizabeth said, we back. Oh, Lord Tessie. She's talking to you, Elizabeth. Where we at? There is no missing truck driver. Let me say again. Let me reiterate, because I'm sharing this video with Eric. He told me when you're done with the video, share it with me so I can share it. He's gonna share it. But I need all of you to share it now. Send it, keep sending it to people. There is no missing black truck driver named Eric Darnell. Let me be clear. Let me reconfirm again. There is no missing black truck driver named Eric Darnell. There is no missing black truck driver named Eric Darnell. Eric Darnell is not a truck driver. Eric Darnell is an educator. Once again, Eric Darnell is not a truck driver. He is an educator out of the DMV area. Let me reiterate again, out of the DMV area. Eric Darnell is an educator out of the DMV area. He is well respected. Let me say again, he is well respected. Once again, he is well respected out of DC, and he is most importantly alive and well and not driving trucks. He's driving education to our youth, to the young generation, to the future. He is driving education to the future youth right now. In the DMV, he's not in the truck driving from Arizona to Kansas. He is driving education to the youth in the classrooms. That's what he's doing. This is what he's doing, you guys. He is an educator. And congratulations to him. He just got his new house. So I have to say that congratulations to him. But he is driving education to the youth. That's what he's doing. He's an educator. He's educating your kids. He's educating the world because those kids become the world. They become the future presidents and politicians and leaders and doctors and lawyers, or maybe even entertainers. But he is educating those kids. He is not driving trucks. Again, Eric Darnell is not a truck driver. He is not sitting in a truck for hours and delivering to locations. He is delivering knowledge to children in classrooms. He's delivering knowledge to his community. He's lending his helping hand and his spirit to the community in a most positive way. He has uplifted the DMV area. And with uplifting the DMV area, he has uplifted the world. Because when those people leave the DMV area and they go on with their lives to do other incredible things, it's because what he has implemented in his community by driving knowledge. Pete, thanks for the 199 chat. He said the truth hurts, they handle it. Thank you, brother Pete. I appreciate the super chat. I appreciate all of you that have donated in super chats today. That makes me feel good. It also allows me to understand that you do appreciate my time and the things that I work on bringing to the table. Once again, let's get back to my brother, Eric Darnell. He's an educator. He is not driving 18-wheeler trucks across the country. He is driving education to the classroom. So the story about the black truck driver going missing is not true. The story about it being a black truck driver named Eric Darnell is not true. Eric Darnell, once again, is an educator out of the DMV area. Once again, he is an educator out of the DMV area. He is an educator out of the DMV area. Eric Darnell is an educator out of the DMV area. He is driving education to your children, to the world. He's making changes in his community. He's prominent. He's well respected. He is alive. Everybody knows where he is because he is teaching every single day. And right now he's on vacation. He's on his last day on vacation in Florida. You understand? I spoke to him. Once again, I apologize to any of you that have taken the first information I shared, because I saw it and I shared it. And I apologize if I led anyone to believe something that I found out wasn't even true. I apologize to all of you. So I'm here today to share the real information. So I need you now to delete it out of your mind and only share what I'm asking you to share now. Because we got to spread the word to combat the lie that is still there, that this young lady is still carrying on. We got to combat that. Once again, our brother, Eric Darnell, is still alive. He's not disappeared. He's not a truck driver. He is well. He's healthy. He is a teacher. He's an educator out of the DMV area. And he is a sharp African-American male who is educating the world and the young generation. And he is prominent and well-respected indeed in the DMV. Just know that. So no more worries, because there isn't a truck driver named Eric Darnell that has went missing. That woman and his wife and that made-up story, that's all bullshit. It's not true. Maybe she wishes that she can date a guy like Mr. Eric. Maybe it's the story is maybe she likes him. Maybe she was obsessed with him. And this is why she made up this fake story. That's her fantasy in her mind. Maybe that's her fantasy, because she took a real man's name and picture. Think about what I'm saying. Thank you, Dolores. Tessie say no apology necessary, Stone. Thank you, Tessie. Think about this, though. She took a real man's face and his name. That seems to me to be a low-key obsession. Maybe she liked this man, and in her sick way, she made herself his wife. Have you guys thought about that? Like, this whole story is made up. Maybe she had an obsession. She had an obsession with him. Thank you for sharing it, Dolores. Thank you for sharing my live on your Facebook. I need all of you guys to do that. Maybe this woman had an obsession with this man, his look, his status, and he became the kind of guy she wants that she knows she can't get. I'm trying to control my words. CC said schoolgirl crush. Yeah, think about it. Because look, most people will use the face. They won't use the name. She used the face in the name. So to me, that sounds like an obsession. To me, that sounds like an obsession. That doesn't sound like she did not know what she was doing. It sounds like to me, when she made up the story about the missing truck driver, it was by design. It was a fantasy of hers. She wanted to be with a man that's a truck driver, but looked like Mr. Eric Darnell. So she made up this fantasy story. Because what other reason? And she gonna make money from it too. But I think she was low-key obsessed with him. Because why would you use the name in the picture, knowing that it's gonna come back on you? But you see, when people have obsessions, they'll do things like that. When a person has an obsession, they don't look at it that way. She in love. Lady Sparkle said a sickle. Exactly. Lady Sparkle, that's just it. A sickle 100%. Because think about what I'm saying. I've seen people share pictures, but they won't share the person's name because they know If the name is attached to it, the quicker it's going to get back. But they figure if they can share an AI picture, then, it might not be as quick, even though I don't think that way. But some people will think that way. But she shared the name and the picture. That sounds to me like, but she made him a truck driver. Why not make him a teacher like he was? So to me, that's like a fantasy obsession that she might have had. That might have really been a low key obsession, a fantasy she had. Victory Nick Moore said obsession over and over. Thank you, Victory. You see it too, right? That's an obsession. She was obsessed by this black man that in her mind, he was the ideal man that she wanted. Think about it. He looked like the ideal man. Look at my eyes. He looked like, this is her meditating. He looked like the ideal man she wanted. She's trying to manifest her man too. Y'all probably don't see it. She was trying to low-key manifest a man like that in her life. So she built up this story. The Lord said, Santa had to know that he was a teacher. She just wanted to make it that he was exactly, because that's her obsession. Now, her idea of a man is, the beard, got to be a truck driver. Eric looked a certain way for her. She liked everything about him. She said, ooh, I'm going to take his name and his face. I'm going to make him into a truck driver, baby. And I'm going to put him in a truck and I'm going to send him across country. And I'm going to say that's my husband. Or I'm going to make up a story about his wife was looking for him. Yeah, that's an obsession. Right there, Victory laughing. That's what they all do. Really, they really are sick, she says. Psych evaluation needed, P said. CC says Stone's got eyes of honesty and sincereness. CC, I was raised by women, and they say one thing to me. There's not a man around that's raising you. It's just us women. So we have to teach you the most important thing is going to be your ability to be honest and sincere. When all contracts are broken, now this was told to me by women. When all contracts are broken and all bets are off, the only thing you have is your sincerity and your word. I was raised by women that shared that with me, that raised me with that model. And I stick by it to this day. All I have is my sincerity. When contracts end, promises are made, and they're broken, I still hold to my sincerity because that's all I have. And if I want to be known for something, I will always be known for my sincerity and my honesty and my transparency and ability that I really like helping people in whatever way I can to make things better for them. I've been selfless a long time. I'm finally learning how to love Stone Paxton. It took me years to get here. And I'm still helping people, but I finally learned how to love me and stop putting other people before me. Because that's been one of my biggest problems in my life. Dolores said, my mom told us the same thing. CC said high vibrations. I make no excuses for being a man, whether it comes with my mistakes or my imperfections. I always live up to that, and I will always live up to an apology and can say I'm sorry and correct that. Family, relationship, friends, whatever. Because I want to be a better person every day. Because when my time comes and I'm no longer here, I want people to remember me for the greatness. I don't want people saying derogatory shit about me because in life, I wasn't derogatory. Don't get me wrong. There's no perfect person on this earth. If it were, we wouldn't have any issues we have. But we can be just people. And I am a just person to the fullest. By default, I am a just person. And I will continue to be that way no matter who or what comes into my life or goes. What women come into my life or go. Hopefully, I don't have to deal with women coming and going in my life. Hopefully, I continue to keep what's in my life, and it doesn't go anywhere. But I work on me first. But whenever I see that whatever I'm working on myself is not helping you work on yourself, then that's when I leave to protect me, not to protect you. I leave to protect me because I'm a just person. Friendship, family, or relationship, it's all the same with me. I've learned the older I get, the less I need to argue. I'm learning that. I'm really learning that more and more. And I'm starting to get that down to a science, you guys. The older I get, the less I argue and the less I want to argue. Because think about it. You get to a certain age, you can damn near finish most people's sentences. Tessie say, may your relationship be blessed. Thank you, Tessie. CC said, good models to live by. We are all imperfectly imperfect. And we are all imperfectly perfect. Now dig that. Dig into that bag and let it marinate in your mind. Shall I say it again? We are all imperfectly perfect. And we are all imperfectly perfect and imperfect. It's both ways. It's a dynamic of a word. It's a dynamic of a situation. CC said that's us, how he created us. But guess what we all have in common? We can learn how to be just people. It costs nothing to be just. It costs nothing to learn how to evaluate yourself and control your spirit. That young lady that posted that stuff about Eric Darnell, happy Saturday, Ann. It's good to see you. She wasn't just, because if she was, she would have never posted it. She wasn't. She was obsessed. And it costs nothing to be honest. I've learned when you start lying, it's really like a trained habit. You can train yourself to be a liar, and then you'll keep lying, and all of a sudden that habit turns into something that you don't even want to be bothered with. So you train yourself to be, when you're training yourself to be honest, listen, have you ever seen relationships and couples and you're like, you look at them and you watch them from a distance and they just have this dialogue of getting along? And you're like, wow, that's magical. And you know it's not fake, the way they talk to each other. You know why it's that way? They have trained themselves to speak to each other out of respect. They have trained themselves to respect each other and what nuances bother either person. If I know what upsets you as your son, or if your daughter knows or your husband knows, and they know if I do this to mom or dad, they're going to be upset. If I do this to my husband or wife, that's going to upset them. Once we learn the boundaries, then that's where the respect comes in. And then that's when we can talk to each other without yelling. That's when we can have conversations without lying. That's when we can be transparent with each other without worrying about what the other person is going to think if we tell the truth. It's about a training. We have to train ourselves into those things. Because if not, your daily interaction will be yelling and interacting with each other in ways that turns into greater things in a negative way that will eventually separate you. Family, friends, or relationships is all the same. The Lord said, I have a grandson that lies so bad. It was a white coworker smashed him into his car outside his house. We didn't know. We didn't know to believe in. And it used to say, and we used to say, "Stop lying." Was that true, Dolores? What he was saying? Was he making it up, or was it a lie? Victory say that's narcissists. They have been getting away with lies too long. The real Sid said, I shared it. Thank you, the real Sid. Everybody that shared my live on their Facebook page, thank you. Because I promised Eric that I would share it. And I'm going to share it with him. And he's also going to share it when I'm done. So everybody that has shared it, thank you so much. Rainmaker, Rainmaker, listen, I'm glad you here. So here we go, bro. So the story of the truck driver named Eric Darnell, bro, was a lie. It was all a lie, brother Rainmaker. Janice Taylor says, Stone, I have to go, but thank you for the truth. Please extend my apology to our brother because I shared that mess once the morning, and I knew I had to find the truth. Can you share this one, Janice, please? Janice Taylor, thank you. The correct one, please. The Rainmaker, listen. So listen, Janice, please, thank you. If you could share it, everybody share it on their page and share it to your friends, please, so we can correct this rumor. He's a school teacher, Brother Rainmaker. The girl on TikTok, this is her name. She lied, made up the story. Me as a black man believed it and saw that, here's another black man in distress. Her name is MPCLive. It's capital M, lowercase SLIVE, number 3DTV on TikTok. She lied, made up a story. Eric Darnell is an educator out of the DMV. He's well respected, highly regarded in the DMV. He's a teacher. He's not a truck driver, never driven a truck. He drives education to kids' brains, to their minds, to their spirits, to their souls. So this girl created a whole lie. She created it on AI. She did all this on TikTok for AI. It could be partial for money, and to me, partial an obsession. Vegas Strong says, same as the guy in Chicago that lied. I don't know. B, I don't know what that means. What you talking about? B, what's that about, B? Same as the guy in Chicago that lied. Vegas Strong. Thank you, B. B, what's that about? Blue Belafonte said, hi. Blue Belafonte, please share this live. So the Eric Darnell truck driver is not a real truck driver. The name is real. The face is real. He's an educator out of the DMV. He's not lost and disappeared. None of that. This girl made up a lie on TikTok. Oh, yeah. You know what? You're right. He lied. Yeah, that was crazy, Vegas Strong. That one was nuts. I remember that. That one was crazy. Rainmaker said, even though that's love, that's low down. You can do is pray for the soul, man, for her soul. I don't understand that thinking, but I'm glad that I don't. Yeah, to me, it's like, well, what is that? Dolores says, Stone, I sent you an answer to the message about my grant. Oh, I didn't see it, Dolores. I'm sorry. Dolores, can you mind copying and pasting it, sending it to me again? The Big Dice Chronicles, good afternoon, great people. What's up, family? It's good to see you here. So, I did that story, the Big Dice Chronicles, about the missing black truck driver named Eric Darnell. Well, come to find out, it was all a lie. It was a lie. This gentleman is a school teacher. He is an educator. He's highly regarded in the DMV area, very well respected. And I spoke to him today. And I felt bad. Rainmaker, I felt bad. Yeah, I covered it yesterday, but it was just all a lie. The girl on TikTok lied about it. MPCLive 3D TV, she lied. Dolores said, yeah, it was true. Wow, Dolores, it was true. It happened. He had 5 broken bones in his back. He has a rod in it, and told me whenever he's waking, he don't even feel his feet. Wow, I'm sorry, Dolores. Sorry about that. Vegas Strong, yeah. I think this girl had a low-key obsession with Mr. Darnell. The Rainmaker said, I am still grateful that you had the heart and mind to bring true heartfelt awareness, Stone. I sincerely thank you on behalf of drivers that are really risking their lives. Thank you, Brother Rainmaker. I appreciate that. I really do, because, I was only doing what was right, what the Bible tells us to do. I'm looking out for my brother. I'm being my brother's keeper. Oh, you covered it also? Big Dice. Did you know that it's a lie? I talked to Eric this morning. Victory said, you age gracefully too. Oh, thank you, Victory. You talking about me? Big Dice Chronicles. Did you Big Dice, you got to do a live on it, family, and let people know it's not true. This girl, MPCLive 3D TV, She's a liar, man. And why she did it, I don't understand. The Rainmaker said, that's why you great. Thank you, family. See, thank you, Bridget. See, that's what I'm saying. She sounded like she was kind of obsessed with him because look, she used his picture and she used his name. Bobby Lee say, what situation was fake? I'm sorry. I'm like, it's okay, brother Bobby. Okay, thank you, Big Dice Chronicles. Thank you, because I promised Eric that I would put the word out. I promised him that I would. Bobby Lee, I did a story about the missing truck driver named Eric Darnell. Well, we found out, I talked to him that whole shit was a lie. That this girl named Miss Live 3D TV on TikTok made up a whole lie, a whole AI video that he was missing, and the wife story. I think she's obsessed with him. So it's a combination of maybe her trying to make money and maybe her really low key being obsessed with this man, being obsessed with him to the point to where she had to lie. Maybe he was like the dream man she wanted. He had the beard. She turned him into a truck driver. This man is an educator out of the DMV area. He's a teacher, well respected, well regarded in the DMV area. And she made up a whole lie about him. Whole lie. Got people calling him. He's on vacation. And he told me today, I can't even enjoy my vacation. I said, okay, family. I said, enjoy your vacation, brother Eric. He said, no, today is my last day. He said, I've been getting phone calls and, he couldn't even enjoy his vacation. The Rainmaker said, gotta go, people. Okay, brother, be safe, Rainmaker, okay? Be safe on that road. Elizabeth say, still here listening, just cooking brunch. Save me some of that brunch, Elizabeth. Send us all some. Email us some. Vegas Strong say, I wonder why he wouldn't say anything. Well, he didn't even know. I guess his sister found out. His sister reached out to her. She doesn't want to take it down off of TikTok or nothing, which I find to be strange. The Big Dice Chronicles, does she not sound like she's obsessed with the man? Like, okay, most people might steal the picture, right? But she took his picture and his name, and she turned this dude, this gentleman, into a truck driver. It sounds like her own sick idea of her perfect man, right? Like, I'm gonna make him a truck driver. He got the beard. I'm gonna put him in the truck. I'm gonna send him cross country and make him disappear. And say his wife talked to him at 3 a.m. the last time he was getting coffee, and then found his truck in an abandoned lot. And nobody's seen him. Disappeared with the keys in the logbook. But the wallet was in the truck. That just sounds like that girl need to be writing scripts. Please avoid all the caps, you guys, please. Because that'll throw the algorithm off. Please, please, please. Linda White said, I can't wait to see what she comes up with next. She's going to say it wasn't me. That's what somebody else said. It was AI. But in order for it to just be AI, she had to have done it. Because let me show you something I saw with her. There was a video that she was telling somebody, I guess somebody said, no, this is the truck driver. And she said, no, it's not this one. And she pointed at the same picture of Eric Darnell again. So she reconfirmed her lie again. She was confirming her lie. No, this is him. So she knew what she was doing. My thing is, had she been following him for a long time? Was she watching him? Did she become obsessed with him online? And knowing that she couldn't date him, she made up a story. The Big Dice Chronicle said, I went through this. A young lady I was trying to get to know showed me that she was just not for me. I changed my number and she told people I was missing and she was worried. Wow, bro, what? The Big Dice Chronicles. Are you serious? You see what my brother say? The Big Dice Chronicles, what he just said. Somebody did that to him. So I believe this woman was obsessed with Mr. Eric Darnell, and this is how this whole story got made up. And you'll say, Stone, well, why would she do that, Stone? Sick people do this shit for attention. She did this to get his attention. She knew he probably wouldn't pay attention to her, but if she did this, that she would get his attention. Now, think about that. Think about it. I want y'all to think about that. It makes so much sense. She knew. Look what my brother just said. The Big Dice Chronicles just said it happened to him. He said, I was in Jamaica at my best friend's wedding, being the best man. People are seriously crazy. Wow. You see, the Big Dice Chronicles, she did that to get your attention. I also believe that this lady did the same thing to get Mr. Eric Darnell's attention. Make up this story. He'll pay attention to me if I do this story in her sick mind. Because it takes a sick mind to create a story like that you know is a lie. So if I do this, he'll pay attention to me. He'll see me. He'll see me, you guys. That's love. No, that's some sick shit. You sick. There's nothing normal about that. When you know that was a real person, like how did you even complete the concept of piecing that together? What planet were you born on? Where did you come from? That's some serious ass obsession. I'm shocked. And then the Big Dice Chronicles, he's saying what he just said blew my mind. He said, facts in her sick mind, preach. I talk about it on my show all the time. Trust me. They are on YouTube. Brother, listen. The Big Dice Chronicles, man, you already know. I done been through my share of stuff, and I do not wish or hope to go through anything like this. But I've been through some crazy ones that'll blow your mind. We'll have to have a conversation about it off of here. But I done been through some stuff, bro, that you wouldn't even believe. P said, put the cuffs on this psych ward. Yeah, because what's going to be her next story? Somebody like this has to be stopped. There's some mental degradation going on. Her mental is starting to dissipate at this point. It is parts of her brain could be dying. I don't know. But I just know that this is borderline psychotic. You took a whole man's name and face and made up a fake story. Narcissists just lie for clout. Victory said. Victory, that's a fact. My Instagram is at Stone Paxton. Big Dice Chronicles. Yeah, absolutely, family. Hit me up on Instagram. It's at Stone Paxton. Yeah, I'll definitely do that, family. No problem at all. Whenever you want me on there, I'll be on there. Let me know. Yeah, it's at Stone Paxton. Yeah, that's what it is. I think it's a black and white picture. Have you? Can we say Houston? We've got a problem. Let me tell you guys a story. When I was young, I remember this girl that she was crazy about me, right? And she lied and told my mom that I got her pregnant. And my mom actually believed it. My mom believed the shit because she was an evangelist in church and she wasn't even listening to me. And I said to Mom, I've never done anything with that girl. I don't even know her like that. And my mom believed it. Yes, she did. She believed it. She absolutely believed it. All day long, Big Dice Chronicles family, all day long. I got you. Okay, I'll follow you back when I get off of here. Tracy Somerville said, just join. Are you saying that story? Tracy, I hate to say it, and I apologize to you and everyone on here. I was only being my brother's keeper, like the Bible says. I was looking out for another black man by sharing the story that it was missing. I talked to the actual Eric Darnell today. The story is a lie. He is an educator out of the DMV. And I know I've been explaining this over and over again every time people come into the live, but I don't mind doing it. He's an educator out of the DMV. He's a prominent African-American from DC, well respected in his community. He is not a truck driver. The only thing he is driving is education to our youth and changing the world through giving them knowledge and teaching. This sick woman that made this story up, her name is MPCLive 3D TV. MPCLive with a capital M. Just the M is capital. MPCLive 3D and then capital TV on TikTok. She made up this story. My thoughts are that she was obsessed with this man. Victory said, it's so sad how people lie on innocent people and start rumors to attack them. Facts. Tracy. Leanne said, her mental is gone if she did. did this because nobody who has the right mind would do something like this. Tracy, here's my thoughts of her. There's something mentally disconnected. Another thought of mine about her is she's obsessed with Mr. Eric Darnell. She's been watching his page, possibly TikTok, Facebook, whatever, Instagram. She's been watching him. She's been following him, and she became obsessed with him. Now, these are my thoughts only. Because how do you? She didn't just take his picture. She took his name, his likeness, who he was, and the only thing she didn't do is not say that he was a teacher. She turned him into her obsession, her fantasy. She turned him into a truck driver. That's her fantasy. Think about it. She turned she turned him into her fantasy. Listen, Chad, I talked about you earlier, family, and I will apologize to you because I'm the kind of person if I make a mistake, I can say I'm sorry. And brother Chad, let me tell you guys, brother Chad said on the other video, I didn't see it, Chad, until later. He said to me, Stone, have you done your due diligence to check? Because he said something about Alabama, and I didn't see that until the second video was over. And then I saw it last night, brother Chad. But guess what? I talked to Eric today. So I have to thank Chad for at least trying to bring that to me, saying, you know, man, I just don't sound right to me. It didn't sound right to Chad, obviously, because Chad was kind of like telling me, like, yo, man, you might want to check that shit out because it just sound kind of strange. So I appreciate you, Chad, for that. Thank you. Thank you for doing that. Because I know you didn't mean derogatory. You really just wanted me to be careful. And me being excited and sharing a story and being excited and worried, I shared what a black woman said without cross-referencing her story. Just because she was black, I believed her. We should not do that. I don't give a fuck if they orange, and orange is your favorite color. Don't just do that because of that. I will never do it again. Because when I talked to him, I even told the real Eric Darnell, I said, I feel stupid. I said I was only worried that there was another black man missing. And he wasn't upset with it. He was more disappointed that there's a lie being shared, that woman lied. And he said he couldn't even enjoy his vacation because of all the calls he was getting. And I told him that I would do this video. And he said, please, when you do it, can you share it with me? And I told him I would make sure my people share it as well. So I need everyone to share this video like you did the last one that I took down. It is important because now we have to combat the lie with the truth. Tracy said, thank you, Stone, for doing your research and clearing up these lies. Pitiful. Yeah, I know. Tracy, and if you don't mind, please share this. Chad, if you don't mind, please share this. Chad said, yes, I knew you were speaking from the right place. Your heart was in the right place. You cannot control other people. Absolutely. But I learned my lesson. Oh, I will never just go, especially TikTok. The motherfuckers on TikTok be lying. The mofos on TikTok be on, I don't know what time they're on, but it's not on truth time. A lot of them. It's a lot of lies on TikTok. I will never do that again. Sharcetta said, yes, she is off her rocker. Yeah, she seems to be obsessed with Mr. Eric Darnell. That's what it sounds like to me. And I hope that Eric and his family will put a stop to this woman because somebody like this can be very dangerous. Very dangerous. Very dangerous. CC said lies and scams on YouTube too. It's scary. Yeah. I mean, once again, you guys saw what I went through with the Angie Stone situation. Y'all saw. Need I say more? They lied on me like it was nothing. Sharcetta said, you keep it real. That's why I like, comment, and subscribe. Sharcetta, thank you. And I hope I'm saying that right. I appreciate you and everything that you bring to this channel, along with everybody that follows me. Listen, that's my time, you guys. Love and respect to all of you, to all of my stoners. I appreciate you. I will see you tomorrow, same time. We're going to talk about something, but we definitely ain't going to talk about no lies. Thank you for tuning in. Please share this, okay? Peace and love. Talk to you, and I'm out.